Hello, Captains, it's the Doctor again. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online in the 23rd century. We are playing the Agents of Yesterday expansion pack. And I am here in the 23rd century in my Pioneer class ship, and we are ready for the next mission. So we did In the Shadow of Cestus last time. Excuse me, that was a very cool mission. We got to see the world again where Kirk and the Gorn fought, and we had to make a makeshift weapon just like they had to, and that was pretty cool. So let's see if there's any throwbacks today in Painful Omens. Deep Space Station K-13 hasn't been heard from for some time. Starfleet Command wants you to find out what's going on out there. Hail.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while.
Hey, I just said that.
It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways fast.
I like the way the TOS characters speak. Their dialogue, it's very true to the show, and it does show the difference between like newer shows like TNG and so forth after that, because the way that they spoke back then was definitely more cowboy-like, I guess you could say. I don't really know the terminology or word for it, but they spoke with more, I don't know, like where he says here, and hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways fast. He's just talking real, you know, instead of being so Vulcan-like. We're going to get to Met, is a, what are you? You are your science. See, I was confused there. I was looking at the background color, which was gold, but no, that's blue. So yeah, that's science. What am I thinking? I'm stupid. Photon torpedo. Ooh, a warp core. So we got some Mark II upgrades here. Let's go to K-13. You're over here, huh? Deneva system. Make a U-turn. Nothing new to report in terms of upgrades or anything since the last video. Actually, since the very beginning of this first video, I have recorded all of these videos so far in the same day within hours of each other, so really not much time has passed here. Still have time to make the Temporal Recruit, or Temporal Agent, or whatever they call it, before the thing ends. So I'm still within that 2-day period before it ends. So I will make Temporal Agent here. We've only got a few more missions apparently, so that should be no problem. So if this video, for example, is posted after the 24th, which is when the Temporal Agent thing ends, rest assured, all this recording was done before that. And I will make Temporal Agent. So this is cool. K-13. Obviously, we've heard of K-7, but I've never heard of K-13. Don't think I've ever been there. Deep Space K-13. Let's begin. We've arrived near Deep Space K-13. This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all from K-13 or the other ships. Scan for signs of enemy ships. Sensors aren't detecting any enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yellow alert. Okay, they just went red. Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons. Disable attacking ships. Uh-oh. These are our friends, though. I don't want to fire on our friends, our poor friends. Are they going to fire on me?
Warning.
Yes, they are.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I love that sound of their torpedo hitting me. Okay, I disabled them. Oh, that's a Constitution class, isn't it? Nope, it's not. It's like me. Never mind. Pioneer class. That's like me, isn't it? Aren't I a Pioneer class?
Target's shields have failed.
Oh yeah. All ships disabled. That's how I do that. Yeah, Pioneer class. Okay, I disabled them. Captain, those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector. I don't think that was a war game or a training sim. Their weapons were at full power. See if you can raise any of the ships. Use all channels. Try whatever it takes to get through.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah, this station came from the station! Ah!
Who's taking control? What's happening over there? Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately. Captain Doherty mentioned the station. Bring us close to scan. Something's taking control of this station. Okay. No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostile lifeform readings either. Everything's quiet. Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over and have a look around? Yeah. Have a landing party meet me in the transporter room. I guess we're going down. Tarsi and Scarvin, you're with me. And apparently Daniels, too, has decided to come for this mission just on his own. I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations, not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder's picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sickbay, just across the hall. Set phasers to stun. Let's get to the bottom of this. Scarf is still healing from the last mission. Wow, okay. Heal faster. The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay is still operational over to the right. Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire. There was a fight here. But with whom? No sign of Klingon or Romulan weapon fire, just Federation. I've got a bad feeling about this. So do I. And the lights are flashy. Malfunctioning lights. Never a good thing. Talk to medical officer through the window. This one here, that's through the window.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected.
Infected with what, exactly?
Neural parasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected. The better to render them fit for infestation.
So, see, this is one of those things, again, where I'm not remembering names. Deneva Station, I'm guessing that's something I should know. I'm recalling an episode that was like this, about the lights going out. I don't remember what the aliens were called, though, and I don't remember where it was at. I remember it was dark, and Spock wore funny glasses, and they had to use, like, ultraviolet light or something to kill the parasite things. And they flew around or something. They were, like, on the ceilings, right? And they flew around or something. That's all I remember of it. I don't know the name of the episode. I think part of it was on a planet. Or all of it was on a planet. There was a planet involved. And then it was on the ship, too. But I don't remember the name of it, and I don't remember... Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, and I don't remember, like, all the details behind it. Well, as you can see, we're friendly, Ensign.
Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status.
Okay, a logical precaution. Scan away.
Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Tell me more about them. I want to know what we're dealing with.
They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will, and do so to discourage attempts at resistance. While effective, this punishment can lead to permanent neurological damage or death. At this time, most of the station personnel have become infected. While there is a possibility of uninfected survivors, I must warn that it is remote.
It does sound like that episode. I just don't remember much about it. I see. Any recommendations?
According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light.
Ultraviolet light, I was right.
My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer.
Dang it. I'm a physician, not a habitat engineer. You're supposed to say it with a grumpy voice.
As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Me? I'll take any edge I can get. In the meantime, let's see if we can find anyone else via the comm system. Use comm system. Static. This is Lieutenant Rose of the USS Crescent Rose. Is anyone on the station able to respond?
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
Scott's here, Scotty. So I see, we're safe up in sickbay. Can you join us here?
I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Understood, Scotty. We'll make our way to you.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Collect the security gear from the nearby. Excellent. Ensign, you're with us. Let's gear up and head to engineering. Let's take this security gear. It's armor, it looks like. I will definitely use it. I don't need it because I'm still using my chromodynamic armor. I also have a Mark II shield, and I got my weaponry is fine, but my bridge officers could definitely use an upgrade. You don't even have an armor, so now you have one. And your weapon is also bad, so I'm going to give you the Type 1 phaser, or 2, or whatever it is. Type 2, right? Yeah, Type 2. And there's no better shield for you. Tarsi, no better shield for you, and you already have a Mark II armor, so we're going to stick with that. And you've already got a Mark II weapon, so we're going to stick with that as well. I gave you that. That's right, I gave you that from a drop. So now everybody is as updated as they can be anyway, and I'm still missing a kit. We still haven't got any kits yet in this game. Already the second mission here and no kit yet. That's kind of weird. Oh, we can't go back there. Look for crew. No crew here. Proceed through the mess hall. Thought those were Christmas trees at first.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Okay, we're fighting the crew.
We may be able to gain useful knowledge by scanning one of the infected.
Well, first, they're firing on me, so let me, retaliate. And this guy's going crazy over here. Oh, he stood up again. He's not nice. You guys are fighting this guy out here. That's great. Okay, I need to scan someone. I'm guessing I need to wait for a red alert to go away.
We should consider taking some scans from the infected. While I have committed Dr. McCoy's data on the parasites to memory, we may be able to learn something useful from a more in-depth medical analysis.
Good thinking, Ensign. Oh, there it is. You can see it on their backs. Yeah, it attaches to your back. It's a blob. It's a little blob. I don't like it.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
Fascinating indeed. Let's keep going. So we can detect temporal events, huh? Tachyons. Interesting. Yeah, the crew's going crazy. Take the turbo lift to engineering deck. And I take it we're going to have to fight crew members all the way there. Hope I'm going the right way. I don't even know where the turbo lift is at. Okay, we're being bombarded. She is flying in the air. That's not good for me. She stood back up. That's scary as crap. She's not human, literally. Come on, guys, get with the program. I can't equip Daniels with anything. He's just gonna have what he has, I guess. I know, I'm not supposed to know he's Daniels yet, but come on, I've seen Enterprise. I know he's Daniels. How else would all the temporal stuff be explained, anyway? That's what this whole expansion's about.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet medical database.
Okay, well, let's not keep him waiting. Hi.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
Is that so, Temet?
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Ensign?
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there.
Oh.
It might come in handy.
Now we do
We
get a
better
kit.
get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Okay, good. Pardon me, I'm just chewing on ice. Yeah, good. We get our first kit. Of course, I'm an engineer.
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here.
So I get to add a photon mortar.
That one was easy. Just a few more to go.
A level 4 photon grenade
Aye,
launcher.
there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Alright, I want to move the button, however. We're gonna move it over here. So I have a level 1. Create a level 4. Yeah, it's a level 4. Photon grenade launcher for 180 seconds. 146 kinetic damage, 50% shield penetration, 50% chance knockback 10 meters. So it's like a, it's what it is. It's like one of the mortar. It's the same thing as the 25th century mortar. Okay. What are we doing? We're repairing duotronic relays. I assume that's a thing we're doing. This map is so tiny I can't see anything. Wow, look at that. Okay, that's a lot bigger. There's a lot here I didn't even see. Okay, so we need to go to the green areas, and I'm guessing the red areas are bad things. Oh gosh, they're on the walls. I didn't see that before. Why didn't I see that before? Wow. Are they gonna attack me if I go in there? Oh man, it's dark, and there's something right there. Yeah, thank you for throwing a grenade at me. Did he just step on one? I think so. He took a lot of damage, too. He's only at half health. But I can't heal him or do anything to him. Be a shame if Daniel's... Oh, his life is not that much. 205? I have a higher life health than him. Whoa. Wonder what happens if Daniels dies.
Remember, the parasites like the dark. Wee devils that they are.
That sound... Holy crap, that was spooky. I got headphones on and that was loud in my ears.
I'll have this fixed up straight away.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay, good. Do I just stand here?
That takes care of that. No trouble at all.
Okay. Yep, you're gonna fight me. Here's another one. Whoa.
This one just needs new fuses.
I'm freaking. Oh crap! They got me. It's on me. It's on me. Somebody do a thing. Do a thing, somebody. It's on me. They're flying into my face.
There we are. Good as new.
I guess. Whoa! Look how much damage it did to me. That's devastating. Okay, let's go. Well, actually, let's go this way.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Yeah, but I need to get to over there. Here we go.
Now this may be a bit tricky.
Dude, guys,
Enemy targets.
Just a wee bit longer.
do your thing. Shoot these people.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
There we are now.
I just want to hurry up and get this done. This is, engine. Am I in the right room? I guess so. Whoa, okay, they're fighting people out here. Or something. Alright, we did it. Activate station UV lighting.
It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Stay safe. So I have to go to the command center? Really? That's where, like, that's where they're all going to be. The parasites. Did I go the right way? Says go over here. Oh, we're using the Jeffries tubes. Okay. Capture command center and defeat base commander. Yep, I knew it.
Look! Who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Where? I see no soldiers. The ones in the window? I don't know.
Enemy target.
Base commander.
Personal shield losing power.
Actually, I do know who those are. That's the Nakul. Those are definitely the Nakul. So they're in the past, huh? They're meddling with time. They hate us for no reason. Activate the UV station lighting. And these parasites will literally fry, I guess. Yeah, literally they will be pancakes. You can have them for breakfast. They're probably kind of rubbery. That's how I imagine they would taste.
Parasites, they're
Very
dying.
rubbery.
All of them.
Very rubbery.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Yep, they don't like us. I know who they are because I've played some of the new... Whoa, we're going to actually get to fight them. They're from the future, though. So they should be pretty tough, and they're actually not very tough at all for some reason. Well, that was easy. They weren't tough at all. Well, like I said, I know them. Hold on, let's see if there's any dialogue.
We need to talk.
Okay, there was. I know them because on the Federation side in the 25th century, I've played the new future-proof storyline. And in the Future Proof storyline, we learn why the Nakul hate us, how that all started, and why they're after us. And it looks like they're doing their thing here, temporal Cold War stuff, messing with the past. They're from like the 29th century, 28th, 29th century. They're from the future, so they should have been pretty powerful. They should have overpowered us easily, yet we just took them out in a matter of seconds. So I question that. But anyway, now is a good time, Hunter, or should I say Daniels.
Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us.
Yep.
They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future.
Yep.
Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you.
Not a problem. I believe you.
Trust that we're doing the right thing here.
I believe it.
Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites.
Obtaining them, huh? So they were trying
The
to get...
Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy.
Okay.
Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul.
Rightly so.
Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier.
Okay.
Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again.
Okay. Sure, whatever.
It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
Or maybe you could deal with the Nakul, since they're a problem from your future, not mine. So, you know, that could be a thing too. But hey, I don't know. Let's take our 23rd century ships and fight their 28th/29th century ships. That makes a lot of sense. Sometimes the writing really fails me. But I get where they're going with the storyline. But come on, there's some big plot holes. Anyway, I guess this is how they're going to get us to the future, is via Daniels. At some point, I know we're going to have to transfer to the future. Otherwise, we won't have access to all the missions, because none of the missions were here in this quote faction. All it showed was yesterday's war. There's like nothing else, unless they all open up after I'm done with it. I don't know. The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is telling, yeah, we have to go Back to the Future, or go to the future, period, because how else can 23rd century faction people interact with 25th century ESD? Because I've seen them on ESD, so at some point we have to come forward in time. Alright, anyway, I'm thinking too far ahead. On screen.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched.
Don't worry.
Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
I'm trying.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on?
No time to explain. Your crew was taken over by neural parasites. We defeated them. Now go fight the aliens.
Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Did I do the other ship? I didn't do the
Something's
other
wrong.
ship.
We're not doing any damage.
No kidding. They're from the future.
The Ptolemy has been destroyed. They have some kind of temporal shielding.
No kidding, Daniels. You didn't
Temporal
figure that.
shielding? Never heard of it.
You didn't know that?
But maybe a modulated ion burst could disrupt it.
So Scotty has never heard of temporal shielding, but he knows what'll disrupt it? That makes no sense at all. Hey, I've never heard of this thing, but I know what will disrupt it. Because I've never heard of it before. Oh, give me a break. Now I'm fighting Nakul.
Target's shield has failed.
Did it work? I have no idea what's happening. They're doing a thing.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. Aye, we do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately.
Acknowledged. Evacuate K-13.
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride.
Sure.
Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows.
Okay, it's gonna explode now, apparently. Okay,
There she goes.
Station's
I
going
don't think
bye-bye.
anyone's ever seen a station do that.
No, I know I haven't. So is that a storyline? Is that somewhere in the TOS episode? Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from inside the station. We missed some people. They're gone.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time.
Let's hope so, Scotty. Let's hope so.
Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Thank you.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
I'm going to have to look up K-13 because I do not remember at all anything happening with it or it being part of the show. But maybe there was an episode or something and I missed it because I don't remember what that's about. Understood. We'll talk soon, Daniels, and I'm going to need more answers. Good. Let's depart system. So let's go over the rewards and see how I can upgrade my character further, and then we'll talk about the mission here. Turn it in.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board. But they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up.
Okay, we get to Matt, we get photon torpedo, a warp core, personal shield.
Stay safe out there.
So she is now a part of our crew. That's good. Let's see what upgrades we can make. On my ship, we can get a field stabilizing warp core Mark II. Definitely upgrade that. We can get a photon torpedo Mark II. Definitely upgrading that. And we have a Mark II shield. I already have one of those. And you don't, so we'll just go ahead and give the first one to you, and then we'll give the next one to Met or to Sari or whatever. Which one is my actual tactical character? I guess Tarsi is. Tell you what, let's give Tarsi the shield first. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay. Any skills? Any skittles here we can level up on? Me. Yes, there is. So I'm going to go for improved energy weapon training 2. I don't want to retrain. No, I want to purchase. Why won't it let me purchase? There it goes. Okay, tier 2 in improved weapon training. Good. That'll help me in a little bit better in space combat. And I guess that was all the rewards. Yeah, all the rewards. So we've upgraded as much as we can. We got all the rewards. So far, I'm liking these missions. So that was definitely a throwback to that episode that I can't remember the name of. Just like that, they flew onto people's backs. They attacked them, made them angry, and then they had to take them out. And for Spock, they had to do like ultraviolet or something didn't work on him, or so I don't know what the deal was. So he used. They had to do something different with him, didn't they? Or maybe it was ultraviolet light. I can't remember. At any rate, he was involved, and there were funny-looking glasses, I think. So that was fun. Maybe he was the cure that helped them find it. Was ultraviolet light. Yeah, whatever. I don't remember. But that's so cool that it goes back to that episode. Who would have thought they'd ever would have brought that episode back up in a game or something, you know? It seemed to be one of those throwaway episodes. But here it is in a game now, so that means something. That's something right there. There were some plot holes, you know. Scotty saying, "I've never heard of a temporal shield, but I know what'll break it." That doesn't make much sense, you know. Stuff like that is hard to ignore. Otherwise, though, it's still an enjoyable episode. Not too hard on that one. Yeah. Pretty simple. Not really a whole lot to say on it. The next one is going to be called Return to Babel. I remember something about a Babel conference. I forgot exactly. There's a bunch of alien races together, almost like the founding of the Federation, but not quite. Something like that. Anyway, because this is before the Federation was founded, so we'll see what that is all about in the next mission. And then, yeah, let's see. We've got... Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We only got 3 more missions, and then we are... I think that's when we become a temporal agent. So anyway, we will see. But thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.